You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead. Kevin.
I'm 6'5", 250, and trained, so bring that shit on, bitches.
I was listening to Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead last night. I've never really called into Kevin's show or gotten into any banter to him because, to be honest with you, he's way too intellectual for me. I mean, I'm no dummy, but this guy, I don't think I can hang with him verbally and just, discussing the issues. He's a really smart guy.
That's Wes Johnson. Find him at wesjohnson.com. The greatest on-air personality to ever bless the United States of America.
He does a really good show. It's very professionally done. He's on iHeartRadio.
I can sniff out bullies from a mile away, and I love to go after them. I am not alpha male until an alpha male shows up and tries to start bossing me around. That's when the alpha male comes out in me. I'm an alfalfa male. Once an alpha male gets in my face, I'm an alfalfa male. The cowlick pops up on the back of the head.
Every once in a while you have to go to war.
The pants rise to become high waters. I got my dukes up.
I'm gonna, what do you call it, mute my mic so I don't deafen you, or defecate on you. And, oh shit, he made a poop noise. And then we're gonna...
And I'm ready to rock and roll. Give him a little Jack Johnson, Yeah.
Truth on Tap is now flowing from iHeartRadio. Get your Kierstead fix by Googling Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead. All the truth you can handle running hot on iHeart, Facebook, Spreaker, and more. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth on Tap.
You do want the truth. It is 12:03. Agitated marsupial, if I may. And I'm ready. 5/2/2015. It's the day. We just passed midnight Eastern Standard Time. Maybe not in Vegas, but in Virginia, it's the day. It's the day. It is national, or international, nude gardening day. This is a true statement. It is Game 2, Capitals versus Rangers, second round, Stanley Cup playoffs, Metropolitan Division. This is a true statement. But today is larger than any of that. Because today, my fine, furry, feathered, fucked up friends happens to be Pacquiao versus Mayweather. You knew this, didn't you? Let me adjust this a little bit. Get the top over my music. Let me talk over some other stuff too. Going to be talking over a clip that I have that has some of the boxing experts talking to you about this Pacquiao-Mayweather bout that is coming quickly. We're talking about less than 24 hours. Very exciting stuff to me. Yeah, let me make sure I'm still coming through. It's still not loud enough. Let me try pump the gain up here a bit. See if this makes a difference here. Everything's got to be changed. Settings. I don't like settings. I don't like knobs. Yeah, knobs have to be turned. I don't like that either. Did that work? Come on. Talk to me, bitch. All right. That's going to have to do it. Yeah, that'll have to do. All right. So we still got the songs playing. So you know what's up, right? You know that Floyd Mayweather is a defensive fighting genius. He's not a genius. I think he's a fucking idiot, to be honest with you. But see, I have to do two things here today. I have to tell you I will be talking from my heart, which is Manny Pacquiao. I love the guy. But I'll also be talking from my head. I know the technical definitions and moves involved in boxing. I've been a fan my whole life. I probably know as much about boxing as I know about hockey, and hockey I consider myself a relative expert in on the low level. I don't think I would make it on like a network talking hockey because I don't study the whole NHL, just my team. But with boxing, I watch all of them. Lightweights, heavyweights, middleweights, featherweights, bantamweights, fuck your mama weight, which is only fights in West Virginia have that weight class. I'm sorry, but it's true. That's not true. I made that up. Well, it depends, because, you have fight clubs. They can make shit up. You don't know what's happening there. So let me turn that down so I don't have to hear my own shit. Pause there. Yeah, we'll keep it going. And song's coming to an end here in just a moment. And after that, we're going to get you into what experts think. It's going to be weird because I have to sync this audio up with a video on YouTube so I can tell you who's talking. Yeah. Hold on for that.
This is Don Imus. You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kirsten. You're going to like it, or I'll kick your ass.
And so what I have to do is I have this, it's like a 13-minute clip. I probably won't play the whole thing, but it has the experts, some of the experts, not all of them, some Hollywood stars, mostly boxing technicians. You're talking about trainers from various boxing camps, and they're going to talk about who they think will win this fight. I'm going to start this show off by reading you something. And I have on this very popular Pacquiao versus Mayweather video on YouTube, I have pretty much the dominating comment. It's the one everybody is liking and talking about, okay? And it's going to be, I'll read you the comment as soon as I can get to it, because that's really how I feel. So this is what I wrote. Floyd has incredible skill, but what he's lacking can't be found in a ring or bought with cash. Class, humility, empathy, respect for fans. In that way, Manny has already won. Both men work, but Manny gives and Floyd takes. Manny believes he can bring something to the sport, to the fans, and to his religion. Floyd believes he is owed something by the sport that he never got, and sees his fans as challenges that he must separate from their money. Manny ran for Congress. Floyd ran from Manny. But now it all ends. The whole thing comes to a head. If this fight is called or judged fairly, and I think it will be, the issue of who is better as an overall boxer will be settled. But the issue of who the better man is has already been settled. Know that. That's the truth right there. I wrote that kind of impromptu, but it seems to be the dominating comment on this video, which is inside Pacquiao Mayweather, something like 900 and something likes. I didn't think it would be that great when I wrote it, but I often do my best work when I write by not thinking too much. You can overthink writing. You can overthink a statement. And it loses purity. Once you start thinking and editing in your head and doing this prepared shit, you're no different really than a White House speechwriter. You're working for effect. And when you do it impromptu and from the heart, a little from the head, but mostly from the heart, you're getting purity there. You're getting what somebody really thinks. So the truth is, and so many people commented this, who cares if Floyd has humility? It's a boxing match. Well, a lot of people care, and I'm one of them. I want to love my boxers. I love a Tim Bradley. I love a Manny Pacquiao. I did not like Mike Tyson because although I loved his boxing style, I hated his personality, the way he treated people. Floyd Mayweather, let me give you a little psychological angle on this motherfucker, okay? Technical boxer, defensive, excellent at what he does. However, he walks around his gym with wads of cash, only when the cameras are around, paying people. Well, he might do it when the cameras aren't around too, but think about that mentality. I'm not going to be discreet in paying the people that have come to support me and train me and, hold my fucking spit bucket. Here's $1,000 for you. You did good training today. Here's $500 for you. You dried my balls between rounds and sparring. Good for you. Think about that. He's walking around with handfuls of cash, handing it to people, instead of doing that discreetly. What kind of man does that? Think about this for a second. Think about yourself. You got a business? You work for a business? What if your boss, what if the owners of the business came in? Just cash. So here you go. That's for what you did. Why don't they do that? Why don't they do that? It's because it's not classy. Classy is it's just like politics and who you're going to vote for. You ever notice how protective people are over their, you start talking about who you're going to vote. Hey, don't ask me who I'm voting for. Very secret. Just like Dave Chappelle said, but I'm railing my wife up the ass with a 2x4.
And it's true. We'll talk about a lot of stuff, but not voting and not money. Those are kind of sacred topics. Don't know why. Haven't figured that one out yet. I just know it's true. So he walks around handing cash out. Your boss doesn't. The company owners where you work do not. The federal government doesn't send people out to your door like fucking census takers and say, hey, here's your cash for the month, man. Nah, not going to happen. It's not classy. There's no class in it. You keep that discreet. Money matters are to be kept discreet. He's not discreet. He's a pompous asshole is what Floyd Mayweather Jr. is. And I'm telling you, just like Mike Tyson said yesterday, he is a scared, small man. He thinks he's the greatest ever, just like Mike Tyson said that I rarely agree with him because he's a meathead. But he does have kind of an odd genius about him in certain areas. He'll pop up with some big words. Sometimes they're actually used correctly. And he said Floyd Mayweather Jr. calls himself the best ever. He is not the best ever. You can't be the best ever until the people accept you. Mike Tyson said that. He can't take his daughter to school, Mike Tyson said. Floyd Mayweather Jr. can't because the people don't accept him. I don't know. He's been to jail 7 or 8 times on domestic abuse. And, people can fuck with you, especially once you get a big name. And it could be true that, like he said in a couple of the videos, that he wasn't guilty of domestic abuse. I've been through that before. I know what it's like when someone's mad at you and wants to get you in trouble. And, with my ex-wife, there was a situation where she came up and kneed me in the balls with her knee for intent to injure. And I wasn't the angry one. She was angry over something that happened. It was an email that I got. She was angry. Kneed me in the balls when I said I'm going for a ride because we need to cool off. Those are exactly the words I used. She moved herself across the room in between me and the door and brought her knee into my fucking crotch. I pushed her off me. It was a defensive reaction. I can't tell you I wouldn't do the same thing again. I can't let someone knee me in the balls. That's a vicious attack. Did I call the cops on her? No, I didn't. But she filed a report. Yes, she did. Now, if I had to do it over again, it's a flip of a coin. It's actually a fair thing to do, but it also requires discretion when you haven't been truly hurt, and I wasn't truly hurt by it. Luckily, she, caught me in a way that didn't fucking drop me. But it was vicious, and it was unnecessary, and it was a physical attack with intent to harm. So maybe he was innocent. Let's say he was innocent 2 out of those 7 or 8 times. Well, that leaves 6, where he beat some woman's ass. So tell me why a man would do that. Think about that for a minute. Why would a man start punching on a woman, do you suspect? Psychologically, we already know. It comes down to insecurity. Okay, insecurity comes from what? Lack of confidence that you're truly great. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is not truly great, and he knows it. What he is good at being a defensive boxer. And when you're a turtle in a shell, you can let kids come poke at you all day, and you'll still crawl away when it's over. Yes, he has to throw a few punches to win on points, but he never throws more than he has to. Have you noticed that? I'm going to sit in my shell. If you hit me 12 times, I'll hit you 13. We'll call it a round. That's what he does. He lost some fights. They say he didn't. He was knocked down in some fights. They say he wasn't knocked down in. He should have been declared the loser, I think, versus Oscar De La Hoya. His own father stood in the center of the ring and said, I'm sorry, but if we're scoring on points, my son lost. But he didn't. He got the split decision. So we have 2 things going on here. Actually, more than 2, but 2 major divisions here. One is what the crowd feels emotionally. And then we have the boxing angle. And I can divide those up for you, both of them, because I understand a little about each. The boxing angle, Floyd's an expert technical boxer when it comes to defense. He also has a sharp right hand. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw it in counter situations, mostly counter. For those of you noobs that don't know what I'm talking about, is when someone throws a punch at you, whether it hits or not, they then have moved their hands away from their body and face. That leaves them open on that side. Okay, you can get them in the face or the body. When they have their hand at home, they could be covering their chin, face, neck, and their side. And a boxer's sides are very vulnerable areas when you get below the rib cage, especially on that the right hand side where the liver is. If you get hit with a left hook, many a boxer gone down from that and not gotten up. So all of these things matter. Now, he's a counter puncher just like Marquez was. Marquez caught Pacquiao, true, but think about that fight. First of all, Marquez had 4 fights with Pacquiao, in which he was knocked down probably a total of 10 or 11 times by Pacquiao. And he knocked him down or out 2 times, I think. And what Marquez was is a counterpuncher. Now, a counterpuncher is a custom fit for an attacker because when anybody's attacking, again, they're left open. Now, if a counterpuncher